welcome back to the channel, fam. Welcome back to the channel. This is Brian, the introverted marketer, and it ain't hard to tell, it's simple. Now you know on this channel, fam, we talk a lot about options and how much they matter. Options matter, don't be that guy, diversify. And when it comes to platforms or lifetime deals, that's definitely something you need to consider. So, someone reached out to me from ProductCanyon, a marketplace for lifetime deals, and I decided to check it out. So here we are on the ProductCanyon homepage, checking it out. And we're gonna go over what they have, what they're hitting on, and some other things. I'll give my honest opinions about the marketplace. So first thing, I like how clean the homepage looks. Nothing too fancy. Sometimes, simple is best, and on this channel we like simple. I already see a deal that I know that I'm going to be covering in Get Page. And of course, Screen Run is a tool that I was using a lot. So I'm definitely going to be covering these two. And Screen Run is a tool I haven't seen on lifetime deal pages. So I'm excited to be able to cover that. And this is definitely a tool I haven't seen, especially since this one is ending soon. So I'm excited to be able to cover that for you guys. You can get in for this deal right here. But let's talk about some of the things they have. And as you can see, it's one of the things that I was reviewing or looking at earlier. So you got risk-free for 30 days. And you can get a full refund within 12 hours, no question asked. We like that. 1 year purchase protection. And you get hand-picked deals by the ProductCanyon team themselves. They also got reviews on Trustpilot. We want to check that out as well. We'll open that up in a new tab. And we want to check out the refund policy page. And the get refund page. And we also want to check out the FAQs to see what that's hitting on. And we can already see they have the products. Everything just organized here. And at the top, it doesn't really offer that. Just more so home products and new arrivals. So that's something I probably would like to see, just to make navigation easier for the users. But let's go ahead and, before we get into the refund policy, the FAQs, let's go ahead and head over to Trustpilot and see what they're saying here. So they have 16 reviews and they have a 3.9. And you know me, fam, I want to see the 1-star reviews first, just to see how critical people are being and why. So we'll just filter by the 1 stars. And this is from July 31st, 2025. And they're saying that the code doesn't work and that they don't reply. But it seems like they replied the same day. Well, 4 days later from this. And requested that they just reach out via email. I wonder if this issue was resolved. And this one from over a year ago in July. They're saying there's lots of problems in the checkout. They're very disappointed, wouldn't recommend. And they reached out 2 weeks later. They posted this on July 17th. And here on the 30th, they just recommended they reached out. I wonder if they ever got back to them. One thing I like to do, fam, is if I have an issue, if I'm going to leave a 1-star or a critical review in any sorts, I want to make sure that I reach out first and just not react emotionally. I want to make sure that I'm understanding where they stand and what's going on, just so I can be fair, because I would want somebody to be fair in treating me that way, especially if I'm going out there reviewing your stuff, investing my money. So I just think a little bit of just respect in that aspect works, but that's just how I operate. I understand it's not for everyone. Of course, we got some 5-star reviews. And the most recent from April of this year. And they responded a few months later. But that's just Trustpilot. Let's go over to the refund policy. Here they have the refund policy page. So you have 30 days from the date of purchase to request a full refund during this time, right? So exclusions, they have certain products, particularly digital products, that are non-refundable and non-returnable due to their nature. So it's important to review the product details before purchasing. And I always say this to you, fam, make sure you understand the terms of the deal. Before you buy something, you read, so you make sure you understand if whatever you're purchasing, you're entitled to a refund or not, because some things are non-refundable, and sometimes it's not just because of the marketplace, but specifically the vendor saying, hey, this is just how I'm moving, I just can't return this. I know for one with Sean Altman with Vibe Sheet and Oz Sheet, because it was pretty much the code you was getting access to. Once you have access to it, that's pretty much it. It was non-refundable. So there's certain times where it really is non-refundable, especially with softwares and code. So, okay, fam. So, in addition, they have actions post-purchase here. So what they do is encourage immediate use moving forward. Because if you buy something on ProductCanyon and you don't use it within 30 days, it cannot be refunded. So they advise you to redeem and utilize the product as soon as possible and make an informed decision. And of course, they have their support email here. And in the process of requesting a refund, I already have that pulled up. So pretty much, you have your order ID, you would put your email, your name, and your reason for requesting a refund, which I believe you don't really need a reason, because you're entitled to it if you offend the terms and the timeline of the refund. But let me just go back over to the refund policy to make sure. Yes, if you are unsatisfied with the product for any reason, you can initiate a refund request to receive the full amount paid. So you don't really need any reason. Just need to fall within that 30-day time frame. And what I notice here is that they don't have one of those tiers where, with AppSumo or Deal Mirror, where you buy into a certain tier and then you get that additional time frame to do certain things and additional protections. They don't seem to offer that at this time. So pretty much everybody's treated the same. So I like that. There's no tiers where, hey, if you buy into this tier, you get treated this way. One thing, I wanted to touch on the 1-year protection. So within 12 months of the purchase date, ProductCanyon will provide a 50% refund. Now it doesn't say if it mentions if it's going to be in credits or if it's going to be in the method that you paid. So we'll just appreciate some clarifications here. So that's within 12 months, you're entitled to a 50% refund and a 100% refund if it shuts down within 6 months. And of course, to claim this, you gotta submit a refund request, which I just showed you right here. So I guess for the sustainability of the business, because you can't really control what goes on with another business, I understand why the terms have to be tightened in a sense. I wish it was 12 months where you could get 100% of the refunds. 100%, but it seems to be that this is fine, especially if they're refunding you actual cash. I understand that businesses need cash to operate, so I'm fine with these terms. It's just a reminder to do your due diligence, and with lifetime deals, anything can happen. That's why you need to make sure you understand the terms of the deal, understand the company that you're dealing with. And the same thing goes to software, because sometimes software, especially if it's used to download certain things, they may stop working. Let's head over to the FAQs, and we'll go over some products. So, limited time offers for their products, just pretty much how all marketplaces work, dealing with lifetime deals. There's no subs. And we're going to go over the type of softwares they have. So the offerings, they're on a variety of time frames. So really, if you're interested in looking for something, you go to ProductCanyon, you check it out and see what's available. So different payment methods. And I think for this video, I may actually purchase something to test what that other person was saying with the issue with redemption for the purpose of this video. And I'll show you guys that, I'm not just going to recommend something and not have any skin in the game. So of course they have a newsletter and they have a community. But let's go ahead and check out some of their new arrivals on ProductCanyon. So what I noticed right away in their new arrivals, they have some things that are out of stock, which is a little bit weird. But let's check out Strico. So it says out of stock, but it says here that they have an annual plan. It says lifetime plans are sold out, but this is your last chance to grab the annual plan with bigger limits. Now $239, now just $99. So I can say wholeheartedly, getting access to 40,000 monthly coins for $99 for 1 year is an absolute steal for Strico. And if you're unfamiliar with what Strico is, there'll be a link in the description below. I'm definitely going to recommend for $99, 40,000 monthly coins, getting access to the API, getting access to Claude, getting access to you get access to Runway and different video models and different image generations such as Flux and Ideogram. This is a go here, even though it's not a lifetime deal. $99 for 1 year access, that is a steal. They normally charge $239 for 1 year. But 1 year access for $99, that's an extremely generous offering. But once again, even though it said out of stock, read the terms. So this is a go. Let's see if the other ones have similar terms on their page, because I see a couple here that also say that they're out of stock. So let's go ahead and check them out and see if they have any annual plans here, or if it's just everything is out of stock. So yeah, pretty much everything here is just out of stock because these are lifetime deals, and we can just test that by clicking this, and you see how it says add to cart in the corner, and it is out of stock. So just make sure you're reading the terms, even though you might see something there and it's out of stock. With the Strico deal, you can see that it was actually able to, well, we actually didn't test out if you can add to cart. So what I want to do is go ahead and make sure we can add this to cart, because it looks like this is a special deal that they have with Strico. And if that's the case, you want to test this out and make sure that you can add it to cart. So I'm going to go ahead and add it to cart. Okay, family, so this is a special deal specifically with ProductCanyon collaborating with Strico, because as you can see, you have a special code. You're buying from Strico with this annual plan, but ProductCanyon, they have a special code where you get $200 off, and you pay Strico directly. You set up your email and you subscribe, and you get it for $99 for that year. So just want to put that out there. With this, you're not dealing with ProductCanyon, so it's not going to be on your account. You're going to be buying directly from Strico. You get 1 year access for $99. So just wanted to put that out there. Let's go head back over to new arrivals. And they have a couple things that are out of stock, but we don't need to check on all of them. Just know that if something is out of stock and you click on it and it says lifetime deals or doesn't have any updated terms to say, hey, annual, or something to say that this is actually still going on, then it really is out of stock. But other than that, we can check out some of these deals they have here. And I do want to test out something for this video and get into my account. I do have this tool right here for downloading images, but I didn't purchase it from ProductCanyon. And they do have some freebies here, such as a script writing cheat sheet. So it's nice to see that they give you some freebies here. AI prompt templates, 1,500 plus AI prompt templates. I've seen this lifetime deal on other platforms, but I want to invest in something right here with you. just to show you that I'm in here. Flex clip is also something that I have. It seemed like they was here for a little while. What I would like to see from ProductCanyon is for them to update the products that are out of stock. You see how with Strico they had a deal there that you didn't know about unless you actually clicked on it. Like, I would love for Flex Clip to have a clip, to have some kind of annual plan or something that would benefit the user, even on a temporary basis, because the lifetime deal is done. But when you click on it and you just see that it's just a lifetime deals, there's no updates or anything here. So that's one thing I would love for them to work on. It's just to get rid of, you see nothing happened, nothing added to cart. It's just to get rid of the products that are out of stock, because it just doesn't look good and it sends a bit of confusion. So as you can see, it feels like it's fairly limited in offerings, but that's not something I'm going to ding them for. All I want to understand is, are the lifetime deals they're offering something that makes sense for me and my audience, and are they going to be true to their terms? And how easy it is to redeem. We're familiar with AppSumo and Deal Mirror and Dealify and all those places. So I want to try something different, because you know, on this channel, options matter. And as you can see, this is pretty much what they have at the time of this recording, and they still have these out of stocks, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I would say like 7 or 8 of these are out of stock. I don't mind that they have, well, 9, 10, 11. I don't mind that they have things out of stock, but I would prefer, if they're gonna have things out of stock, there would be a different category for them to be put in. Deals that you miss, deals that may come back, instead of putting them with new arrivals. Maybe they sold out really quickly, and that might have been the case. I already have this. If I didn't have this deal, I would buy this right now and redeem it for you guys, just to show you if the process is smooth or not. But I'm gonna do a video on Get Page. But I want to find something here that I can test out for you guys, just to test out the redeem process, because I think this is a good alternative, because it's another marketplace. You don't want to be limited to one marketplace. Even though the offerings aren't many, they still have offerings there for you. So like they have this seamless QR code, bio pages, PDFs. So let's check out seamless QR code and see what that's about. You know, I'm a big fan of switching. So you pretty much get bio links, dynamic QR codes, bulk QR creation, and they have 3 different tiers. And even in tier 1, of course they're going to recommend the highest tier. 700 QR codes, that's crazy. And on tier 2, you actually get a static site. And on tier 1, you get 20 BioLink pages and 48 BioLink blocks, and you get 2 payment processors. So that's something. You know, I'm a big fan of switching, but I do want to find something I could test out for you right on this video. So let me just pause this video, because I don't want to have you guys hanging. I'll find something, buy it, redeem it, and we'll just show you the process from there. So hold on, fam. Alright, fam, the previous video got cut off, so this is part 2. So as you can see, I already have a tool, Motherboard, which I'll be doing a review on in the cart, and as you can see, I'm using a Chrome-based browser, so it's asking them if you want to pay with Google Pay, and then we have a link right here. So I just want to show you. And they also accept Cash App Pay, so that's something. So I'm gonna go ahead and check out, buy this. You also have a place to put a coupon code. I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna redeem it, and let you know how easy the process is. So stand by, fam. And so I just want to show you that the process has been received, it's complete. So to redeem this particular product, you gotta click a link which takes you over to a Lemon Squeezy page, which I have it over here. Then I'm gonna enter my email address to unlock the license key, download the extension, then I'll paste the license key into extension to access Motherboard. I'm gonna go ahead and do all that, and then we're gonna wrap up this video. Sorry fam, the video kinda cut off again. The software crashed, so this is gonna be just a part 3. Everything was redeemed in Lemon Squeezy. Got the license key here. Let me get rid of this. Got the license key here. Motherboard is already the extension right here, and I'll get to that later, but the process was smooth. And what ProductCanyon acted as was a discount code to work with the vendor, so it all worked out smooth. And we can check our back office. Well, let's go ahead and check. We can check our orders, and it'll keep track of our orders right here, which we just came from. So since the license key was redeemed with the vendor itself through Lemon Squeezy, doesn't have the license key here, but it does keep track of the transactions. And as long as you follow the instructions, it's very simple to redeem, and there's no issues. So we tested out the buying process. It was very smooth, no problem. So we can finally wrap up this video. What are my final thoughts on ProductCanyon? I think it's another great alternative to look for lifetime deals. The offerings aren't plentiful, and I understand that. Looking here, I'm not going to find everything I need, but if there's something that I feel like it could be useful to me, this is definitely a place I'll look to. And I also recommend you to check into it. There'll be a link in the description below, so you can go ahead and check out some of their offerings. I'm actually going to sign up for their newsletter so I could be tapped in, because it seems like certain things that come here and they collaborate with the vendors, and you can they come up with a special discount code, and you kind of like redeem with the vendors. So I'm definitely want to make sure I stay tapped in. Maybe they have super duper limited deals that if once you see it and you act on it, or you miss it and it's gone for good. So it's definitely something I want to be tapped into. But with that being said, I'm curious to know what your thoughts are. Just drop your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think about ProductCanyon? If you think it's a good lifetime deal marketplace, or if you think it's very limited, if you think it can improve. I'm just curious to know what your thoughts are. Let me know in the comment section. Check out ProductCanyon. There'll be a link in the description and in the pinned comment. But with that being said, I'm going to end the video right here. And this is Brian, the introverted marketer. And it ain't hard to tell, it's simple. I'll catch you on the next video, fam. Peace.